Rex, you ready to go out? Yeah, I would say it's affirmative. We're a little late. It's a different door, and we've got a new clock on the wall. That's very nice. Thank you, Bob. It is 9:37 in South Dennis, Massachusetts, and the sun is shining, and it stayed rather breezy last night. Sorry, Rex, you're on a fairly short rope right now. So we did not have radiational cooling on Cape Cod, but it's chilly. The windows were just barely open. We were reaching for extra blankets. Let's go find the sun. Rex, I'm sorry, you're on a short cord right now. And there's the sun, 91 million miles over in that direction. And there's a thermometer that says 63 degrees. So Janet wants to know, is it a good Mayflower Beach day? Well, let's see. The sideways crow is pointed toward the north, so it's probably a little chilly. But in the sun, if you keep the sun today, it is going to feel pretty warm or hot. It's still sunburn weather, even though we're past September 1st. It's a sprawling, record cold start to the day across a huge area of the United States. From Missouri to Virginia to even Long Island, 41 degrees this morning at West Hampton, record challenging cold. And at the same time we look at that record cold, I can also show you the record hot. So it was the coldest ever September 9 sunrise, but it was the hottest ever September 9 afternoon in Scandinavia and Northern Europe. And some of those are September records too, not just daily records. So it's called high amplitude. You have record cold one place, record hot on the other. On the other side of this record cold, it's going to be pretty interesting late in the week. T-Rex, he wants to go for a walk. I know, but I have to finish this forecast first. It's not the easiest forecast. Yesterday I said there were no fronts. Well, guess what? There's a front, and it's a very weak low to the south side of that sprawling storm. Look at this satellite image. It shows a new tropical cyclone in the southern Gulf of Mexico, and then you have that massive storm in eastern Canada. It extends all the way into the central Atlantic. So those storms that we talk about crossing the Atlantic Ocean, those are the ones that are delivering that record warmth to parts of Europe as the storm tracks from the United States to Norway. We've talked about that so many times. And if you subtly zoom in here to the south of New England, there's a huge convective cloud right over western New York this morning, and smoke is being drawn all the way down to the mid-Atlantic states. That's that white filament there, that white haze on the satellite imagery. So there's a lot going on there. But right here in South Dennis right now, we have sinking air. And on the other side of this sinking air, there's rising air in New York. The radar shows those showers and thunderstorms coming to the east, but they're going to be coming into a weakening environment. The upper level and surface energy is going to be dissipating. But during the day today, that may generate some severe weather. Yeah, then all of a sudden the Severe Storm Prediction Center has New York in the marginal risk for damaging thunderstorms today. And the freezing level is pretty low, so there may be some hail again. Let's see, was it last Monday or 2 Mondays ago? Monday's been the hail day. Tuesdays have been the best day of the week for most of the year. We'll see if we can do that again. Speaking of cold, Mount Washington this morning was 30 degrees, and the wind last night gusted to 89 miles per hour, and the first 0.1 inch of snowfall of the new 24-25 snowfall season has begun. Top of Mount Washington coated at the very summit last night. And this system coming in now actually is going to push some warmer air ahead of it. So today we should see this wind relax, and it should warm back up into the low 70s today, I think. The Boston 5-day meteo. Actually, yeah, we'll look at that. Boston 5-day forecast shows just a cloud coming through. By the time that system gets here tonight, it should be just a sprinkle, maybe some rainbows this evening. And then tomorrow, you see the dew point is in the 40s and to near 50 for a time, and then drops during the afternoon. So this is a push of slightly cooler and drier surface air that's coming in tonight and tomorrow with this little system. And then Wednesday, Thursday, oh, it looks so gorgeous. Again, just like last week, but warmer this week. Looks like more like 75 to 80. Now Friday, I've got a special request on Friday. It looks like there's a front there, a very subtle backdoor cold front in Boston, which actually generates a ½ inch of rain in Boston, only on the Euro, though. The GFS does not have that. So that's going to be something we'll see in a second. I'm going to show the map. But a special request for Bob and all his classmates from the Dennis Yarmouth Dolphins High School class of 1974, their 50th reunion. They're having an evening happy hour cruise in the Cape Cod Canal out of Sandwich Marina on Friday. I would say there's a slight chance of a shower. Temperatures will be in the 70s, but I bet that slight chance diminishes to near zero by the time you get there. And here's the Hurricane Center showing the new tropical storm. It's going to get named Francine. It didn't quite have its act together when I went to press here this morning. It was just kind of a big blob of thunderstorms, but they did qualify it as a 45-knot storm, even though it doesn't have a organized circulation. And that is going to take its time and intensify and come ashore in a couple of days somewhere near the Louisiana-Texas coast. And some of the guidance, as we see from Ryan Maui and Ben Knoll on X posting, that there's a chance of rapid intensification, and then the ensemble members, so it may be a major hurricane, then the ensemble members, that's all the different options from the Euro guidance, all have it going up the Mississippi River Valley. So whereas a couple days ago it looked like we might have something off in North Carolina early next week, it no longer looks that way, although at least not from this system. There might be something else out there, as the Hurricane Center also has a couple of hashes out there in the middle of the Atlantic Ocean. But I think whatever forms in the middle of the Atlantic Ocean will probably stay in the middle of the Atlantic Ocean. All right, so how about the HRRR for today with this little short wave? It's about a 10-15 low, and there is surface convergence and upper level diffluence, and there is some moisture there. We already saw it. And so that's the chance for some hail, and that's coming into Vermont and then kind of really falling apart as it moves across New England tonight. And then tomorrow, somewhat less cool. With those clouds tonight, it'll be less cool than it was last night, but it's going to be a cooler air mass down near the ground and warmer up in the sky as we get high pressure to build in here starting Wednesday and then Thursday and hopefully Friday too. So it's low barometer cold, I call that when it's colder up in the sky than down near the ground. And the high barometer cold is where you get those record lows, but we may challenge some record lows on Wednesday. All right, Tim, get to the point. Here's the Euro. And here's the day-by-day from pivotalweather.com. There's that large system in southeastern Canada. Actually, some more snow in the forecast there in northern Quebec. And by the way, that snow in Ontario, I do not think verified at all. I couldn't find it anywhere. And then you have on the bottom, you can't quite see it unless I keep it wide like this. Yeah, I guess I can show it wide where you see the video on the sides because the cropping. You can see the storm turning into a hurricane and deepening into the 970s and coming ashore there Wednesday night, Thursday morning, and then that's going up the Mississippi Valley. At the same time, a very subtle couple green dots there in New England. That's the potential weak backdoor cold front that could cause a wind shift and somewhat cooler air coming into eastern New England with a couple of showers late Friday. And then that's gone, and then you have a massive ridge in central Canada, and that should push warmth back into New England. So we may have some, if that backdoor front misses, we may have some record-challenging warmth on the backside of this record cold high. So there's no big shakes coming in here, and although yesterday I said there were no fronts around, and here there was one today, there's always something. It's a play-by-play. The weather changes, and the weather forecast changes. So that's the weather. Now for the and more. Yesterday was fun running into Jeff Cronin at the National Seashore yesterday. We were admiring the surf riders at LeCounts, and when there's a lot of people in the water, you feel a lot more safe. I did not have the right board, and I didn't have a lot of time, but Jeff and I were discussing the surf and the state of the National Seashore. That was really fun, watching you guys drop in on those overhead sets, clean. Friends, let's see, Chick went surfing, and Nantasket, Dennis went surfing in Winthrop, and those shark-free waters were also great surf over the weekend. And then I cleaned a house for 4 hours, but while the TV was on, watching the Patriots, wow, impressive, stunning the Bengals is what they say. Bagels, yeah, I got bagels on the mind. So that was kind of fun watching the Patriots win the home opener, hot out of the gate. And then we went to the Incredible Casuals, but I left my phone in the car because I didn't want to be distracted, but I got in the front row. Kenny let me got a little video of us there in the front row at the Beachcomber. Incredible Casuals, same band we were watching back in the 80s, so it was kind of like a reunion. A lot of the guys, the Harwich High School class was there, so that was kind of fun. So that's our and more from yesterday. A great vacation week, and yeah, I know, Tim, your life's a vacation anyway all the time. Maybe it is, but there's some work to be done too. Talk to you tomorrow.
11:15, no surf riders at Cahoons or here at White Crest. Pretty chilly, pretty and chilly. Probably some people in the water at the counts. Hollow, noontime, Sunday, September 8th. It's a little less in the breeze here, and you definitely like company when you're out surfing in these waters. And counting at least a dozen riders. Cleaner swell, but it's kind of closing out. I think there's about a 2-year-old person there getting the feet wet, learning to appreciate the water with the dogs, the kids and parents. Great family sport. Sweet. Set. They come in 3s, sometimes 6s. Nothing better for judging the weather than by flying a kite. That's interesting because where I'm sitting, the wind from the northwest is brisk. Right down where he is, again, it's doing that eddy. The air goes over the cliff. The air comes over and then it comes down and around and up because the slope is heating up. So the air goes up, down like that. That's why it's not so easy to get the kite going right there. Up here, the wind is about 12 miles an hour and it goes down the cliff. But it doesn't accelerate because that slope is warm, so there's rising air there, so that creates a bit of an eddy, and that makes it, believe it or not, challenging to fly a kite right down there. Much to the disappointment of the pink shirt, blue hat person. Together. Get that kite above the height of the bluff, you'd be all set. get down closer to the water, I think. Frustrating with that sinking air right there.
Yeah, hoping a little bit. Tide's coming in,
All right. 360. That shows you the air coming in from the west-northwest. So that means the high pressure is on our right and the low pressure is on our left.
Yeah, probably right. Yeah. Let's just go down.
You can see out there the edge of the brown, the sand is being churned up, pulled out all the way, 100 yards, and then blue water, reflection of the blue sky. This gives it away.
I met you years ago, yeah.
Well, this camera's rolling. If you want to say hello, that'd be cool.
How you doing? Are you still forecasting somewhere?
I'm calling the play-by-play here today.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, please. I want participants.
I had spoken to you years ago because I did that program at UMass Lowell, the atmospheric sciences program.
You took it?
I did it. I got my master's in it.
Congratulations. What's your name?
My name's Jeff Cronin.
Jeff?
Yeah, I
Tim?
sent you a video a long time ago.
Good to see you, Jeff.
I used to do some online forecasting for morebeach.com.
Well, it's pretty much all I do now.
It's good.
It's a hobby. Again, it's no longer a living. Although maybe YouTube will figure out a way for us to make some money on of it.
I'm not trying to make money anymore. I just love doing it. That's a good. I've just started again because I have my 5-year-old and 3-year-old. I stopped doing it for some reason. So just started again. But yes, I want company. For sure.
Close out. I counted about 15 people here. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 26, 27, 28. 28, that's good time. There's enough room.
It's the power of the counts. The counts always has the best something.
Oh, you're the morebeach.com guy?
Yeah. And
Mike? No, Mike.
Mike owned it. I was the one doing the forecast.
Ah.
And I got a lot of backlash for it.
As if the National Seashore is not big enough.
Not the National Seashore. From the surface.
What's that?
I got him from the surface.
Oh yeah, what I'm saying is the National Seashore is
isn't
30
it?
miles
Oh my God,
long.
you kidding me? So in the wintertime, I go down there when it's packed here, but I can't do that today. I'm not going down there by myself today, you know what I mean? I mean, you could ask me this, I worry about saying anything on like concept.
Right, so this is
They're kind of far apart, but no, you know, this is the beach, this is the one. And,
yeah.
It's the bathymetry. It's got to be. It's also, I think it's the coming point where.
Wait a minute. What was that word?
I made up a word. It's the bathymetry and
Bathymetry. Love it.
And it's the way it starts to turn back south. You know, it starts to turn back here. It starts to turn back here. It's kind of like the point.
Because just north here, about 3 miles, wind's coming right on the beach, and here it's kind of going off the beach.
And it's always bigger here than it is.
So we've got the shallower water.
It's always kind of amazed me because it has been like 20 years, and I used to do a lot of surfing down at Nauset Light, and that used to be the spot. And that's coming back too. But
yeah, I think I got some friends down there today. That's closer to the seal hull out down there.
Yeah, I agree. I think they're everywhere though. That's why that buoy's out there.
Yeah, what is that buoy right there?
That's the shark tagging buoy. So that'll catch the sharks that are. I'm not sure how close they have to be for it to get a signal, but that'll let you know if they're nearby. The ones that are tagged.
All right, right. So there's different kinds of tags. There's tags that do have RIF in them. Or is it called R?
I don't know.
If
You sounds like you know better than I just know that I was surfing here 2 weeks ago during that big swell, and we got waved. Yeah, exactly. We got waved out like 3 times, and we're just like, well, you know, we're out here. They're always out here.
Yeah.
So getting a ping doesn't, you know, seem to bother anybody so much anymore because they seem to keep to themselves. Thank goodness.
The sharks.
The sharks. They do a good job of avoiding us so far. Knock on any wood I can find in the house. It's been a while since anything bad has happened. Thank
They
goodness.
seem somewhat smarter than, say, the people driving next to us on Route 128.
Oh,
Route
right.
3.
Absolutely. Are people driving on Route 6 all summer long?
Yeah, I'm more frightened of the roadways than I am out here riding.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And, you know, having young kids, I am starting to surf more in the summers, but I did stop for a long time. Kind of getting over it a bit.
Where do you live now?
Down the end of the road.
Nice.
Yeah. I just get to go to all the beaches now. It's a good day out there for the guys and the gals.
Oh, barrel. We got a barrel. Yeah, I came out here at sunset yesterday. There's a little rainbow, and they were like almost double overhead.
They were. They were. And you know what? In my younger days, I would have probably have gone out in that. And there was a big group of youngsters out here that were probably doing just that towards the end of the day.
If I had, I've got my big heavy SUP. If I had my lighter longboard, I would probably join you. And I'm up at Cahoon Hollow. We've got a house up there, so.
Yeah, there's a break there too.
I may not. There's nobody out there.
There's nobody in the water. It's not a good situation to be.
Yeah.
You need friends out there today. Even just as you can see, everybody's all, you know, next to each other. They'd all be more spread out.
Nice.
But yeah, I don't even think I have to go any further. I think I'll be coming down here with the family.
Great. And Jeff, say your last name again?
Jeff Cronin. Yes.
Jeff Cronin, Tim Kelly. We've known each other off and on for decades.
I'd say a good 20 years. I would come down here and I'd see the famous Tim Kelly and have to put my word in and say, hey,
Jeff.
I love this meteorology stuff too, as does everybody out here.
Exactly.
These are all amateur meteorology. The storms give us surf.
So we're all kind of related from the surf and the weather.
It's what got me into it. You know.
Yeah.
That and skiing, snowboarding.
Yeah, the name of my website's called Surf Ski Weather.
Okay, that's good to know. I'll have to look that up.
Yeah, I'll put this on. You're going to be in Out the Door Weather and More tomorrow. It's a daily video
Awesome.
we do.
All right.
I appreciate that, Jeff. Conversation, great conversation. As always, make friends down here all the time.
Absolutely.
Oh yeah, it's that time of year. It's football season. It's a lot of work checking out after surf week. 4 o'clock. Been packing with the Patriots playing. A couple of fans there. Well, what do you know? Car's packed and the Patriots are 1-0, hot out of the gate. Maybe we'll be back next year, who knows? Always another door. He extended the checkout to 4. We're leaving 5 minutes before 4. High tide. It's not gonna rain, right? You take every minute you got, no matter what you do. Fare thee well. 1105 CHR. They're lined up coming down the driveway. Looks like a full house. Not even sure if I'm gonna get in. Ryder just paddled out by himself. That takes nerves. No pressure. Wow, pretty good for a shore break, huh? Wow, nice ride. I think the sound of these waves coming in would be a good way to end the Enmore for Sunday, Monday, 9899. One always comes higher. It's got another foot to go anyway. how to do that.